In the city of Gotham comes a new team of heroes to help Batman and his crew save the day. That's right, it's the Batwheels.
Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome to Regularjosh1. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button in this video, and if you're new, subscribe. So, it's come to this. Almost 2 years after I first made the video covering the news of Batwheels coming to Cartoon Network, or Cartoonito, it has finally arrived. Not gonna lie, I've been anticipating this for a while. I mean, come on, it's freaking Batwheels! If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that every now and then, I've been joking around about the show in a couple of my videos. I don't know, I just found the idea of a preschool show starring the Batmobile to be a little weird to me, and I think I know why that is. It wasn't because they're now talking vehicles in the show. I mean, it makes sense that they would do that for a preschool series. You have Blaze and the Monster Machines on Nick, and now Firebuds on Disney Junior, so it's clear that kids like talking vehicles. Speaking of Firebuds, I did not expect them to give their vehicles arms and hands in the show. Like, I'm not even kidding. Arms and hands come out of the sides of these vehicles in that show. Like, I'm not kidding. I freaked out when I saw this. Like, what? What is this? But I think it was just the fact that I would have never thought Batman would have a preschool series. It just never crossed my mind before. It does make sense because kids do like Batman and other DC superheroes as well, same with Marvel and all, but even then, these two franchises are just now getting into the preschool market with their own shows. I'm pretty sure that it was easy for Spider-Man because he's more of the kid-friendly superhero between the two, but Batman? Yeah, that probably would have been a tough sell. But they brought us Batwheels, so it's clear that it was possible. DC's first venture into preschool programming. How does it fare? Well, let's talk about it first. So, Batwheels is Cartoonito's newest show starring, well, the Batmobile. Before the show officially premiered, we got a special episode that introduced the backstory of how Batman, Batgirl, and Robin's vehicles came to life. Yes, they are in the show too, along with the vehicles of Gotham, the Joker, the Penguin, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, and the Riddler. Oh yeah, their vehicles are also alive in this as well. When Batman, Batgirl, and Robin are off defending the city of Gotham, the Batwheels, which is the name of the team by the way, tries to help their heroes as best as they can while also stopping the bad guy vehicles as well. And of course, they learn lessons about friendship, teamwork, and much more along the way. Alright, so what do I think of the show so far? Honestly, I called it. I called it back in my San Diego Comic-Con video where I mentioned the show, and yes, I like it. I really do. Honestly, can't say it's much of a surprise to me considering that I have been fairly impressed with the clips and trailers that came out since then. It looked good, and I am pleased to announce that yes, this is a pretty good show. First of all, I do like that they gave us a bit of a backstory as to how these cars came to life. Like, it actually gave us a reason, which I thought made sense in the grand scheme of things. The setup was nice leading you into the series. Also, if you think you're going to see Batman talking to his Batmobile, think again. This device that brings the cars to life is not noticeable to any humans. So for our heroes, they just know that their vehicles are now even more helpful than they were before. Admittedly, I think this makes sense. I mean, I don't think I can imagine Batman talking to his Batmobile. I think that would have been way too silly even for this show. And speaking of silly, I may be alone on this, but when I was watching the show and seeing some of the vehicles that belong to the villains, it kind of now made sense why this show was made. I mean, you have Mr. Freeze driving an ice cream truck in the series, which I guess is canon? I don't know, I barely know much about Batman. But then you have the Penguin, who drives a freaking Ducky-mobile. I had to look that up to see if this was real, and lo and behold, it is a Ducky-mobile. How is this not made for children? But even with that being said, this doesn't even seem like your typical preschool show. I say this because, in my opinion, I think this is more on the mature side of the preschool programming that's out there. Like, it doesn't really talk down to children, the situations aren't exactly silly in terms of what the villains are doing or how they save the day, and even when it comes to our heroes learning certain life lessons in each episode, it doesn't feel sappy or preachy, and I think they're more clever in the way they teach these lessons. like learning how to be a proper leader, or to believe in yourself, or even how to listen to others. I think any child that watches this show would still have a lot of fun while learning some valuable lessons at the same time. It has some fairly smart writing in my opinion, and I definitely respect that. Also, I have to mention just how great the animation is in the show. I mean, for a preschool show, it's really impressive to me. I really like the characters design in this, like I think they did a great job in that area. Also, the world just feels big in this. Like, the backgrounds are pretty expansive to me. Like, the colors aren't too bright or vibrant like you would usually see in other shows, but it's colorful enough to be pleasing to the eyes. Like, in some ways, it manages to look fairly cinematic at times. Again, for me, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, Batwheels definitely gets my approval. Like I said before, this is a show that I think anyone regardless of your age can enjoy. It's fun, well animated, the voice acting in the show is great in my personal opinion, especially with Ethan Hawke playing Batman in this, and it has some pretty smart ways in how lessons are taught in it. I know I've poked fun at Batwheels quite a bit in the past, but I'm glad that I checked it out and that it exceeded my expectations. If you're a parent of a young child, I'm pretty sure your kids will love this show. I'd recommend checking the show out, whether if you're a fan of Batman or not. The show gets an 8.5 out of 10 for me. Well, have any of you guys checked out Batwheels yet? If so, what do you think of the show so far? Let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and hit the bell to be notified of my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, you're hearing it from a regular bunny in a regular world. See you next time.